it all kicked off and they started tweeting that Gary Gensler is lying about it not being approved and all sorts, really. So very eventful, I must say. Okay, where should we start? We haven't really got much news today, unfortunately, but we do have CPI coming up sooner or later. I think what I will do is I'm just going to talk about the Swiss yen at this point, and I'm going to do so because it's re-rallying to highs. Now, I spoke for a long time about the Swiss yen because you've got a double whammy, really. There's a lot of strength in the Swiss franc, okay, and you've also got a lot of weakness for a sustained period of time on your yen. So that's brought you up really since 2019 and about 107 to 170. Okay, awful long way. You know, and it's just, if you do the maths, okay, it's come up. There you go. Well, you can measure it, can't you? That much. Okay, 60%. Awful long way over an awful long period of time. But simply, I suppose in the shortest way, and remember these streams I do are directional, in that I'm telling you the direction I think price will go. If you are serious, and there's a lot of people coming in now, if you're serious and you want to learn for a very cheap price, less than a sandwich a day, you can get 2 hours of private training every single day for less than a sandwich, okay? You know, so if you want a ham sandwich or salami sandwich or, you know, whatever it is you like, I don't know, maybe you're one of those people who has a cheese and onion sandwich, those dangerous people. No, I'm joking. But you get my drift. So essentially, after years of up move, what happens every time? Okay, you're now on an extension from here to there. 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, and now you're on 4. Previously, 12, 13, 14, 15, drop. Okay, then you have 2000 to 2008, drop. Okay, with a year of dropping in between. And then you've got years of dropping before. So one really has to ask, how far can you extend? How high can you go? Now, realistically, there has to be a point where this stops because it is simply unsustainable for especially the larger money in the market to not liquidate. Okay? And what I mean by that is they're sitting there with money on the table, it's all in the bank, and at some point they will want to close and take it. You know, the longer it goes up, it's never going to be their money unless they press close trade. And markets naturally reverse after long periods of time to different degrees. Okay, so something extreme would be required to get you to this second level here with this candle wick and further to this third one there. Okay, so my bias remains short. I've hedged it to the long side various times in line with my private trading room strategy, as I mentioned. And I'm just maintaining the trade. I'm happy to reshort these highs, but every single entry is very light because I'm aware there is strength in the Swiss franc. The yen sentiment is changing via their, you know, fairly extreme, some would say, negative policy rate. Someone's asked the NASDAQ. Yes, I can do the NASDAQ shortly. I'm just going to finish with this. So I would say basically, again, from a directional bias, look how far off this moving average you are. This is your nearest 20 moving average. It's really not a long period of time. And historically, you've always come back to it. The last time you were at it, okay, is 3.5 years ago. It's a very long time to not be there. Okay, so I would expect that to occur, but it is not to say that you're going to load in massively short, you're going to sell your house and you're going to go crazy. Don't do that. It needs to be light. It needs to be considerate. Okay, you need to understand that if you do things like that, you are trading existentially. You're not planning for the fact that you could get higher. Okay, I'm not saying it can't go higher. I'm just saying I would rather it short because there's significant profit margin to the south side. Okay, and that is simply because you tend to always catch up with your moving averages at some point, whether it's 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, doesn't matter. You've always got there. Okay, the last time you had a similar move, just look, 2012 to 2015, 3 years, and then you get a significant retracement. The last retracement you had was there, and it wasn't significant, okay? Hardly even anything. On your 12 monthly, you have had no retracement, okay? So you've got to understand that these things end, and you'll probably end up watching this back or watching my YouTube and realizing that I was right. So just checking, I've had someone message me, a Academy member. So yeah, looking for falls. I wouldn't be shocked if that level causes your area of support or as far as you go, really. So that would be 170 to 1574. If you are just coming in, don't forget to press the boost, get my free training underneath.